Here we go. Sister Susie, Brother John, Martin Luther, Billy Dawn, Brother Michael, Auntie Jim, open the door, let her in, yeah. Sister Susie, Brother John, Martin Luther, Billy Dawn, Uncle Ernie, Auntie Jim, will open the door, let him in, yeah. Someone knocking at the door, somebody ringing the bell. Someone knocking at the door, somebody ringing the bell. Do me a favor, open the door, let him in. Ooh, yeah, yeah, let him in. Sister Susie, Brother John, Martin Luther, Billy Dawn, Uncle Ernie, Uncle Ian, open the door, let him in, ooh, yeah. Someone knocking at the door, somebody ringing the bell. Someone knocking at the door, somebody ringing the bell. Do me a favor, open the door, let 'em in. Ooh, yeah, yeah, let 'em The abridged version. Well, come on in. It's a
Welcome.
beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yes.
Wow, welcome, neighbor. I didn't see you standing there.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Let me shut this for a second.
All day.
Oops, wrong one.
What's wrong?
There we go. Hello there.
Like I said, Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Hi, it's Friday. First of all, thank you very much for joining us again. Ed Ryan, my wife Rain Ryan, trying to keep you
wings been
company.
on?
Yes, you do. Trying to keep you company during these crazy times. And today's theme is Denny, Laine, and Wings. As everybody knows, Paul McCartney and Wings. Paul McCartney is the most famous and the most successful and most popular musician probably of all time. Certainly of our time, but most likely of all
Of my
time.
time.
Yeah, and your time too. So everybody knows the Beatles and everybody knows Paul McCartney and that he had a solo career. And in the 70s, it was a band called Wings. But it was not always the same band. Okay, that's going to get old. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to use it a little bit longer. It's been a while. I'm getting them, like stretched out.
You stretch your wings out.
Yeah.
I get it. You're stretching your wings. So what I'd like to do today is focus on the members of Wings who were not Paul McCartney, most specifically Denny Laine, who was the only, besides his wife Linda McCartney, Denny was the only member of Wings who was there from the very beginning until the very end of Wings. There were many other guitarists and drummers, and we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk to one of them later, very exciting. Mr. Steve Holley will be on the line with us later, visually, and we ask him some questions and talk about his days in this the biggest band in the world at one time. So I'm going to give you some history, but not right away. Let's get into some music. I'm going to start with a couple of Denny Laine tunes. Whoops, take the capo off. This first song. We'll do a little bit of music, then we'll get into some of the history. This is a song from 1978 album called London Town, and it's one of my favorite tunes because, well, first of all, it's just fun. It's like a children's song. In fact, it's called Children, Children, and it's about waterfalls and fairies and playing and inviting people out, much like Let 'Em In, except for Let 'Em In was for adults. Children, Children is for children. So we're going to invite you all in. Rain and I, when we were in Ireland, we found a little place with a little waterfall, and it said Fairy Trail, and it was just the most magic little place. And we thought of this song. We sang it while we were there.
Can I share
so
the picture?
maybe afterwards.
Okay.
Let's get to the
We'll
song.
share it after.
Here we go. I misplaced my thing. There we go.
Tiny waterfall, a magic little place where we can play together, watch the fishes race. Children, children, where are you? Hiding in the forest, playing in the rain. Hope you're not too far away to see the sea again. I know where there's a fairy who will invite us all to tea, but she won't let me in alone. You have to come with me. Children, children, where are you? Hiding in the forest, laying in the rain. Oh, you're not too far away to meet the sea again. Start all over again. Well, I know a tiny waterfall, a magical little place where we can play together and watch the fishes arise. Children, children, where are you? Hiding in the forest, playing in the rain. Oh, you're not too far away to meet the sea again. I said, children, children, where are you? Hiding in the forest, playing in the rain. Oh, you're not too far away to meet the sea again.
Lovely. It's a lovely little song. A magic little ditty, as it were. Co-written with Paul McCartney. There's a lot of songs that Paul and Denny wrote together, and sometimes Denny got to sing them, like that last one, and sometimes Paul got to sing them. We'll get to examples of that down the line later in the show. Denny Laine was a founding member of the Moody Blues, and they had a worldwide hit, #1 hit, with Go Now. If you gotta go, oh, you better go now. Big number in 1965, I believe. Please don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure, 65. And then I think he made 1 or 2 albums with the Moody Blues, and then they parted ways. And years later, oh, by the way, who is now, Denny Laine is now a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because when the Moody Blues got inducted, he was inducted as well as a founding member and leader of the band, basically, back then. He wrote a lot of the songs, sang lead on many of the tracks. He's a wicked harmonica player, too, by the way. I know that by hanging out backstage with him. We did a show at the Space at Westbury. Wondrous Stories was putting together, Kenny Forgione and those guys, putting together a show, a John Lennon tribute, and Denny was on the show, and before the show, just hours to kill, we were downstairs in the dressing rooms, and I had my acoustic, and he had his harmonica. And nobody filmed it, but there's a few pictures. But we just started jamming. I was playing She's a Woman, He was playing along. I was doing bits of I Lie Around, those little bits of Seaside Woman. We were just having some fun,
Really
and
nice
just
song.
some regular blues. Anyway, so Denny Laine was already an established artist. And by the time the Beatles broke up and Paul McCartney was looking to put together another band with his wife, he and Denny were friends from way back. And they decided that was going to be it, that he was going to be a member, and Denny never left. He's the only member besides Steve Holley and Lawrence Juber that I could say they never quit Wings. You know, Wings folded. Oh, get it? Wings folded. Before they had a chance to quit, perhaps. No. But we'll talk about the members who did in a bit. Wings was started in 1971, 49 years ago this past Monday. That's what I found out on the Debbie Wayne. The Denny Laine. Debbie Wayne, if he had married a woman named Debbie Wayne, that would have been pretty crazy. Did you hear about Denny Laine and Debbie Wayne? Yeah. Now she's Debbie Laine. Anyway, this is getting silly before it gets fun. What do you say? So they formed the band, Paul and Linda and Denny Laine, and a drummer called Denny Sewell. So there's two Dennys, a Linda and a Paul. And the four of them made an album called Wildlife. And it was very at home. It was very much Paul's hippie stage. So it was very much hippie music, you know, lying around, a lot of jamming, a lot of, you know, beautiful, if you know what I mean. If you look at the album cover, it is beautiful. There's a book up here. They're all sitting out up at Paul's farm in Sussex, I believe.
I have this picture that's autographed and shown close up.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because it's really a beautiful picture. It's on
This
both
is
sides. You move up a little for the union.
okay. This is a picture from the Wildlife photographs. This is the original lineup of Wings. That's Denny Laine on your. How would that work? On your left. Yeah, I think that's your left.
And those
Denny Laine on your left, and then Paul, and then Linda, and then Denny Sewell, who's a tall drink of water, as you can tell.
Yes.
Look at all that legs.
all that.
So, and of course, that's made out to my wife, Laine, with extra love. We're very proud of that. And signed by Mr. Denny Laine.
Yes.
So that was released in 1971. They released that album, not to a lot of applause. You know, it was a rough start. It was like home tapes, but it was a lot of fun. I still love that album. Then they released some singles. Hi 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 and Sea Moon were a double-sided single. Hi 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 got some traction because it was banned in England. And then also, then they recorded Mary Had a Little Lamb, which was odd, but still
cool.
a nice tune. It's a very beautiful tune. I think there's a third single that I'm skipping, but then they finally hit pay dirt with My Love when they came out in 1973. I'm sorry, 71 was wrong. They were formed in 1971, yes, but 1973 when My Love hit, that was the beginning of the ascension into the heavens. They became the biggest band over the next few years. Now I'm going to do the B-side of Live and Let Die. Live and Let Die was released in 1973 as the James Bond. Right after Red Rose Speedway, the album with the song My Love, they had massive success with Live and Let Die. And the B-side was something called I Lie Around. And this is the first time I'd heard Denny Laine sing lead. I had that single and I listened to the second side so much. It was just such a joyful song. It's just about, like I was saying before, the hippie life. About lying around, going out to the country, finding a pond. In fact, it starts with noises. It starts with all these, crickets and birds, and not crickets, birds.
Yes,
and
that's your
well,
boss.
crickets at the end. Crickets come out at night.
Like cicadas
It was
or whatever.
it was a daytime thing. Oh, cicadas, I got you. So you hear a lot of fluttering, birds, and you hear Paul and other people talking, a dog barking, and they make it sound like you're walking in the country to a pond, and you hear Paul putting on a voice going, "Oh, lovely, lovely, here we are, oh, lovely," and then you can go, "Oh, I'm going to go for a swim," and you hear him go, "Yahoo!" And you hear a big splash of water, and then the music
The
starts.
dog barks. Don't forget
And
the
the dog
dog's my
barks.
favorite part.
And as the music starts, you hear him going, "Oh, lovely, lovely!" It's just,
Imagine
it just puts you in a
tire
good,
floating.
puts you in a
the
good
pond.
spot. And then Denny Laine sings the lead vocal, at least for the first two verses. On the third verse, Paul takes over and sings an octave up, which I don't know if I'm doing today. It is early in the day. Having said that,
Octave up, Ed.
it is Friday. It is always happy hour on Fridays.
Yes, the giraffe is happy.
In case you didn't get to see what's behind
Yes,
me.
people are loving the pictures, but I'm having trouble getting them.
All right, these are posters. That's the poster from Wings Over America that came with that triple album. And the one over here, that's the poster from London Town.
Really nice.
We'll get some more.
It has so
That's a
much
beautiful
stuff.
poster.
That's
That
a
is
really
beautiful.
nice photograph. Here it
Denny
is.
Laine's hair.
Yeah,
That's-
flopped it.
That's what I want. All right. So imagine you're in the country, and
Yeah.
you just want, now you're jumping in a pool. We're gonna lie around. I'm sorry. So yahoo, splash.
There you
And-
go.
I lie around all over the place. It seems that I have no choice in the matter. Roll along with the fortune. As you roll along, I stick around. Furthermore, in the country, I will lay my burden down. I lie around. I lie around. Yeah, 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 yeah. I lie around. All over the place, all over the place, all over the place, all over the place. Too long have I in the heart of the matter. All along I was only overtired and overtaken. Furthermore, in the country, I will lay my burden down. I lie around. I lie around. Yeah, 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 yeah. I lie around. All over the place. I knew I wasn't gonna hit it. All over the place. Well, please, Papa so long, bye bye. It was fun while it mattered. Roll along with a fortune. As you roll along, I stick around. Furthermore, in the country, I will lay my burden down.
crickets come out. Oh, you got to hear the recording of that.
Country living.
You got to hear the. It's not on any album. It was on the B-side of "Live and Let Die." So good that song is. It's just so much fun, and annoyed at the end. You feel like you fell asleep by the pond. It's very, very nice. That was from 1973, the B-side of "Live and Let Die." Right now I'm going to do a song from 1976, an album called "Wings at the Speed of Sound." This was a song written by Paul McCartney, but sung by Denny Laine. This was the second track on the album right after the major hit, well, the one I sang earlier, Let 'Em In.
Let 'em in.
Was the opening track on the album. That album was recorded, by the way, during their tour, and it just propelled them all the higher. By 1975, Wings was a big phenomenon because of the success of Band on the Run and Venus and Mars and the singles in between. They started a tour in 1975 in Europe, and it was a big deal. And Wings was a huge and just getting bigger. And while they were there on tour, while doing this stuff, they recorded another album which contained the hit Silly Love Songs, which was their biggest hit as a band. It was #1 for like 6 weeks, I think. And Let 'Em In, of course. And based on those two hits, or Silly Love Songs alone, that album rose to the top of the charts. So before they even hit the United States with that tour from 75 into 76, they came out with another album, which made them even bigger. So by the time they hit the States, Paul McCartney's first time since being in the Beatles playing live in the United States, they were the biggest band on the planet. And it was a huge deal. This was the second song off that album, and it's called The Note That You Never Wrote. And it goes like this, I hope. Thank you. The next song... Alright, here we go. Later on, the story goes, a bottle floated out to sea. After days when it had found the perfect spot, it opened up. And I read the note that you never wrote to me. After all, I'm sure you know, the mayor of Baltimore is here. After days now he can finally appear. Now at last he's here. But he never is gonna get my vote, 'cause he never is gonna get a quote from the little note that you never wrote to me. Further on, along the line, I was arrested on the shore, holding papers of governments galore. I was taken in, Yes, I read the note that you never wrote to me. To me. Okay. Ask me if I like that song. Yes. Ask me if I understand what it means. I can't lie. I'm very confused by the lyrics, but I like the sentiment, and I like the choruses. Yeah, but what's the mayor of Baltimore got to do with any of this? We're in a pandemic. If you even get a note from the mayor of Baltimore, you got to keep it in quarantine for 2 weeks before you can open it.
That's true.
So that's why I never read it. You wrote it, I never read it. That's the opposite song that I would write. Hey, you wrote the note that I never read. 'Cause my name is Ed. I don't know why. I don't know why. This is my parents named me that. All right, I'm going to do one more song, then I'm going to talk a little about the history of Wings. All right, one more song. This one is one that Paul sang, but co-written with Denny Laine, from a great album that is underappreciated, and I happen to have a big soft spot for this album called London Town. In fact, I think I'm doing like 4 or 5 songs off it today,
Yeah, it's a good one.
or at least 4 that I know of. I'm doing 5 songs off of Wings at the Speed of Sound because in doing that album that I mentioned before, the Speed of Sound, that last song was from in 1976, when he put that out, he gave 5 of the songs, I think there was only 10 songs on the whole album, half of them were not sung by Paul McCartney. And the album was not by Paul McCartney and Wings, it was just by Wings. So 2 of the lead vocals went to Denny Laine, 1 went to Jimmy McCullough, 1 went to Joe English, and 1 went to Linda McCartney. And Paul only sang 5 songs off that album. Silly Love Songs and Let 'Em In included. And She's My Baby. And what else would be? Beware My Love.
Yes, I love that.
And something, Warm and Beautiful.
Oh, all right.
I think there's 11 songs. I think I'm missing one. Anyways, I'm going to go to 1978, London Town. This is the title track from London Town. And what we're missing, of course, I'm just doing acoustic versions of these songs. Please, if you enjoy any of the melodies, which I hope you do because they're all great, look up the original versions and check it out because there's a lot of guitar work going on, a lot of beautiful harmonies, especially in Wings. I mean, they were known for their explicit harmonies. Explicit? Is that the word I'm looking for? Explicit harmonies? Extensive and explicit.
That sounds dirty the way you say
Well, new strings, and I tune because I care.
it. Yeah, apologize, guys.
London Town was one of those albums, one of 2 albums, where by the time it was released, the only members of Wings left were the 3 main members, Paul, Linda, and Denny. That's why they're the only ones on the cover and on the back and in that poster. See what happens in an album or 2? That's the 5 members of Wings from Wings Over America. You got Paul, Linda, Denny, Jimmy McCullough, and Joe English. And then 2 years later, that's what's left. And that's the second time it happened. Band on the Run, the best album they ever put out, was only 3 members. And that's the only 3 members who recorded it. On London Town, they did have other guys. In fact, these 2 guys were still in the band when the album started, but then they left either, I think, halfway through when it was being recorded, or at least certainly before it was released, because then they were not in the pictures anymore. So here's from London Town, the title track, and imagine all the horns and guitars in it. Let's try it again. Sidewalk on a purple afternoon, I was accosted by a barker playing a simple tune upon his flute. Toot, 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 toot. Silver rain was falling. Someone somewhere has to know. Silver rain was falling down upon the dirty ground of London town. It's a whole piece. You gotta hear the band do it. It's really wonderful. A lot of instrumental breaks and great guitar licks. All right, so I've fluffed you a little bit with some Denny Laine and Paul McCartney co-written songs that they both took turns singing. And I'm going to sing one now for you by another member of Wings, because the only reason Paul started a band to begin with, I think, and not to be a solo artist, was to be with his wife. Because they were in love, and that's the best thing they wanted to do. Hey, he had all the money in the world, so you know, it wasn't that much of a gamble if the band failed. You know what I mean? Except for his reputation, but he wasn't going to lose any money, so may as well have fun with it. You know, make a life out of it, which they did. So they made the family, and the family was a band, and the band was a family. And like families, members come in and out. but to begin with. It's Paul and Linda and Denny and Denny, like we said. And Paul gave Linda a co-lead vocal on their very first album. The album was called Wildlife. We showed you the picture before. And there's a song called I Am Your Singer. And they both get co-writing credit for it too. I don't know how much Linda actually wrote, but I guess she could be giving credit as being the muse or adding a few lines here and there. I really don't know the truth of that, so I can't really speak on it. But I know for a lot of the early songs, Paul and Linda got co-credit for writing songs. I think it was so in case Paul, you know, got sued by the Beatles or something, that at least half of it was his wife's and could keep that much. You know what I mean? You can't touch her money. You touch my money.
I think see her as an ideal man, though.
I think something had to do with that. But this is a very nice song. It's called "I Am Your Singer." Paul sings a bit, and then Linda sings a bit, and they both sing together. I hope you enjoy it. You are my love. You are my song. Linger on. You are my song. I am your singer. You are my one, you are my own melody, you are my song, I am your singer. Someday, when we're singing, we will fly away, going nice little love song.
Yeah.
There's great footage of the two of them singing that in their backyard with kids running around, their first two babies, three, I forget how many at that point. But a very nice song, I Am Your Singer. from Wildlife. 1971, that album came out. And then what happened was they had, so it was the four of them, and they did okay. And then I think they even did High, High, High and Sea Moon. It was still the four of them. And they started touring some colleges. No, before the college tour, I believe they got a lead guitarist named Henry McCullough. Henry McCullough blows that beautiful lead on My Love that is very famous.
Beautiful.
And so they were a five-piece band then for a while. For the Live and Let Die 45, for the band on the, for the Red Rose Speedway album, which had My Love as a big hit. And then there was another single I think I'm forgetting, but it comes later. By the time they were ready to, and they did some touring, and by the time they were ready to go do Band on the Run, they were all flying to Africa to record Band on the Run in Lagos. And the five of them were supposed to go, and all of a sudden Denny Sewell, the drummer, and Henry McCullough, the guitarist, decided they didn't want to go. They were done. They'd had enough. Oh, that's right. The other single was Give Ireland Back to the Irish. I knew I was missing something. I knew I was missing one. Give Ireland Back to the Irish also came out in '72. So mid '73, right after the success of My Love and all that, the two of them left literally the day before going on the plane. So here's the three of them,
There they are.
in Africa to record an album without a drummer
Craziness.
and without the lead guitarist. So what did they do? They recorded Band on the Run. Just them. Just the three of them. I don't know, again, nothing against Linda McCartney, but I know she would say it herself. She wasn't even a musician until Paul showed her how to play some things. So other than her minimal input,
Abilities,
it was just Paul and Denny Laine made the entire album, basically. With the help of some horn sections and whatnot. But Paul played the drums and bass. Denny played bass. Between Denny and Paul, they played all the instruments. It's amazing, and that was still the number one ranked album of his solo career.
And a great album.
Yes.
By far.
So with the success of that, they had to go touring again. So they built up a band again. They got a drummer named Jeff Britton, Britton. He did not last that long, I'll be honest with you, only like half a year, I believe. And Jimmy McCullough was the lead guitarist they replaced him with. Jimmy McCullough was a 17-year-old wonderkind. Well, actually, by the time he joined Wings, he was probably 19.
Oh my God.
But he was in a band called Thunderclap Newman. You remember their hit song was Call out the answeration, cause the revolution's here, and you know it's right. That song.
Yeah, that's
and you
amazing.
know that it's right. We've got to get it together. Produced by Pete Townsend, by the way.
Wow.
So he was a young guitarist. I think he was only 17. By the time he joined Wings, he was like 19 or 20. And he blows all the leads. They had big success with Junior's Farm, and there was another single that year Helen Wheels.
Yeah, I love
But
that.
no, Helen Wheels was before.
Was
That's because it's on Band on the Run.
Oh, that's
so that doesn't
something,
make sense.
yeah.
So there's another thing. I'm getting all jumbled. But so now they're a five-piece again with Jeff Britton. It was Junior's Farm and another single that I'm skipping over. But by the time it came to make their next album, which was Venus and Mars, the drummer Jeff was gone too. He didn't last very long, and they replaced him with Joe English. So that would be the what they call the classic lineup of Wings at their height. When they did Wings from 75 to 78,
Okay.
those 3 years was these five people. So Jimmy McCullough, speaking of him, I'm going to sing one of his songs. He wrote this one and recorded it for the album Venus and Mars, which came out in 1975, produced the big hit Listen to What the Man Said, and it's just a great album. So this is called Medicine Jar, which is about drugs. We'll talk about that
Don't
later.
do drugs.
Hey man, don't do drugs. It's a cautionary tale. What's wrong with you? I wish I knew. You say time will tell. I hope that's true. It's more to life than blues and reds. I said I know how you feel now. Your friends are dead.
know how you feel now. Your brains are dead. Get on your feet, you won't get far if you keep on sticking your hand in the medicine jar. Medicine jar. Medicine jar. Medicine jar.
Very good rock and rolling song. Lots of guitar solos.
Good jam.
Jimmy McCullough wrote that one, sang lead to it. I heard that on the radio at the time. I thought it was Ringo Starr because he had a little bit of that in his voice. What's wrong with you? Wish I knew. And I'm like, is that Ringo?
What's my name?
What's my name? Jimmy McCullough. No, it's Ringo.
And he's such a little person with that.
He was very small. Yeah, we saw some video earlier today. He was an elf of a man.
Yes.
An imp. What am I trying to say? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was small. He looked like Eric Burden. Don't get started, Jill. I have to put this somewhere. This goes down after.
And you want to take something from me?
No, I have to move something. There we go. Perfect. Correctamundo. So that's Jimmy McCullough. And I'm going to do a song now going back to 1976 to the Wings at the Speed of Sound album. Joe English. I know this. You can't really see faces here. It's really dark.
Yeah.
But that's him looking there. Joe English got to sing one lead vocal on all the Wings songs. He didn't write the song. It's a Paul McCartney song, and it's called "Must Do Something About It." And I'm sure you've never heard it unless you had this album, because I think it's the second to last song on it. But it's a very nice, upbeat tune about a lonely man who's sitting all alone at home, and he's got to do something about that, doesn't it? He must do something about it. Cheers, hold on. All right. Oh, capo. I don't need a capo. I don't need no stinking capo. That'll be. Here we go. I've just seen another sunset on my own. All day long it's been long, and I must do something about it. Yes, I must do something about it. Played another losing card game with myself, a lonely joker on a shelf, and I must do something about it. Yeah, I must do something about it. No one on the party line, no one seems to need a dime. No one even knows that I'm feeling this way. No one seems to need my vote. No one tries to change a note. Well, no one here can hold my coat. Oh, what a day. Oh, I've just watched another movie on TV. No one's in the house but me, and I must do something about it. Yeah, I must do something about it. Oh, something about it. Oh, I've just dialed another number on my phone. Well, all day long I've been alone, and I must do something about it. Yes, I must do something about it. 'Cause I've just seen another sunset on my own. All day long I've been alone, and I must do something about it. Yes, I must do something about it. not end that one.
That was good.
That was not a bad ending.
Yeah, right. It worked out.
I must do something about that ending.
Yes, maybe next time.
It's a nice little chipper bright song. You don't get to hear it much. Well, nobody plays it on the radio because Paul didn't sing it, and then that's step one. You know, rarely get a DJ to play a song off of Wings album that Paul didn't sing, unless it was back in 1975, and you were playing anything off of Venus and Mars. It was such a successful album, including a song, you know, Spirits of Ancient Egypt that Denny sang, and Medicine Jar that Jimmy McCullough sang. Those both got radio play, but when you put out an album like Speed of Sound and half the album Paul didn't sing, you got to pick one song basically if you're going to play a non-Paul song, and that song was Time to Hide. That's what people played. I'll get to that later. Right now I'd like to do another song off of London Town. This one was written by Paul and Denny. Paul sang it, and I love this song. I think there's one too many songs, or rather the order of the songs, I should say, on London Town leaves you one too many songs, because this song is the second to last one on the album, and it's just a perfect closer. And then they do another song called Morse Moose and the Grey Goose, which kind of does this. But this song, it's called Don't Let It Bring You Down. And I'll tell you the truth, back in the day when this came out, I typed up these lyrics. I loved these lyrics so much. I typed them up on a typewriter. Hey kids, remember typewriters? And then and I hung it on my wall. Just a white sheet of paper with these lyrics typed out. Don't Let It Bring You Down by Paul McCartney and Denny Laine. And I hope you enjoy it. Some of it's very low, so I gotta get in here. You gotta hear the recorded version.
Yes,
I tell
very
everybody that. I tell you about that for every song is what I'm trying to say. It's such a great recording. It pulls you in. The music in the beginning is so moody. It almost sounds like Native American like beat and a Jones.
I know, I love it.
And at the end, it's a droning. It's wonderful guitar work. And I don't know if it's recorders or flutes. I'm not sure, but it's that type of sound. What's that?
Makes you feel really good after you listen to it.
Yeah.
Positive message.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a nice positive message. Okay, I'm going to get to an album called Back to the Egg right now. This was the very last Wings album as a group, and this was in 1979. I'll tell you the quick story about how it came to be. Oh, I should have, that last album was London Town. Okay, it was the perfect link. Because after, like I said, after Wings Over America, that big tour and that triple album that came out of that tour, a number one album in America, 3 albums, a live album, Wings Over America, phenomenal. Spawned the hit, Maybe I'm Amazed. See, if you think of that, Maybe I'm Amazed is a Wings hit, not a McCartney hit, because his version, the solo version, was never a single. It wasn't until Wings' live version was released in 1977 or late 76 as the single off of the live album that it became a top 10 hit. Little knowledge for you. So after that, these 5 people went on a boat. I think they were supposed to record London Town like on a yacht in the Caribbean.
It's fancy.
Yeah, not nice work if you can
Can I
get
have
it.
one to search with, sir?
Yes, can I have one to search with? Nice work if you can get it, I can tell you that. And whatever led to that during a vacation or something, they as if that's not a vacation, during their break, I think the 2 of them didn't come, again, the drummer and the guitarist didn't come back, they left. So now it's back to these 3. And
My dog, he had 3 legs.
and so they released London Town, and then they hired a new guitarist and a new drummer. And they were Lawrence Juber on guitar and Steve Holley on drums. And that would be the final lineup of Wings. They released the songs, the hits, Good Night Tonight, remember that one? Don't say,
Oh, I love
don't
that
say.
one.
And of course, Coming Up was a
another
live
one.
hit. I'll explain that later. That was a live hit. Again, that's a Wings
They're also
song.
good.
I'll explain that. And they put out the album Back to the Egg. And I'm going to sing the Denny Laine song off of Back to the Egg, okay?
Okay.
This one he gets full credit for writing, I believe. I forgot to look that up. I believe Denny gets full credit on this one, and Time to Hide. And it's just a great tune. This is one of my favorite tracks off of the album Back to the Egg. It's called Again and Again and Again. And sometimes I need to go back to this beer again and again.
Well, it is National Beer Day today, people. Get your beer on.
Hey, stick around. Speaking of Steve Holley, the drummer, we're about 15 minutes tops. We're away from having a live chat with Steve. In
Yes.
fact, let me. After this song, I want to
just in case.
just start the Zoom thing. Just start the meeting now, so he can join in later. Okay, we're going to do this for 1 second, just to make sure that it's
I don't wanna
up
mess
and
up.
running when this happens. I don't want any nonsense later. I want no nonsense. Oh, how come I don't have a meeting on right now?
Okay, see, that's why I passed it to
How come I don't have a meeting? Ooh.
you. Okay, well, anyway, it is National Beer Day today,
Yes, why don't
so
you
get
talk
your
about
beer
this?
on. But it's also, okay, National Water Balloon Day. So this could be an interesting kind of collaboration, you know, like little beer bombs.
What's
And,
that? I
well,
can't
because it's
face
also
it.
National Water Balloon Day.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, could be an interesting combination between the water balloons and the beer. But anyway, we're so happy you guys are tuning in. We had a little technical
Sorry about that.
difficulty earlier, so we wanted to
Just
make
have
sure
to invite
everything's
him
going
now.
on.
Steve, if you're watching, I'm sending you a new invitation. This is the new one. Anything else is going to be nonsense.
Okay. We're still figuring out all this technology, so we apologize for
So I can't start this for a bit. I just said I started a new meeting. It'll start at 4:20.
Ooh,
Okay.
peace and love.
Let me get this song out. In about 2 songs, it should be open. So Steve, if you're watching, you just got a new invitation for the Zoom meeting. That's going to be the
Will
one.
it come up there if I'm looking at that?
Not right now, it
Okay.
won't. Okay, again and again and again. Now you don't wanna be the little woman. No, you don't wanna be that little woman I love. No, 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 no. I love. Now you don't wanna stay in my school. You don't wanna be the one that's cool. And you don't wanna be the little woman I love. You're up all night and we can let it hang down right. I said goodbye to all my expectations the day you walked out of my life. Now winter time is coming now. Give me a sign if you can somehow make it clear where you're headed for. Will I see you someday at my door? Take it all into consideration. Love's a game I never win. I've been in very similar situations again and again and again. Now you don't wanna be the little woman. No, you don't wanna be the little woman I love. No, 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 no. I love. Now you don't wanna stay in my home. You just wanna be on your own. And you don't wanna be the little woman I love. Take it away. Well, I said goodbye to all my expectations the day you walked out of my life. Well, things were fine all summer long. Then things changed. Where did we go wrong? We can run, we cannot hide in greener grass on the other side. Taking it all into consideration. Love's a game I never win. I've been in very similar situations again and again and again. Again and again and again. Again and again and again. And again and again and again. And again and again and again and again. And again and again and again and again. Again and again and again and again and again.
And one more time.
And again and again and again.
Woo!
And again.
I was ready. I was going in.
Very nice song. Very nice song. Well, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 more songs and then we're going to talk to our pal Steve Holley.
Songs. All right.
This is the album Back to the Egg, and it's a very, very cool album cover. It's very mysterious. They're all in some, I don't know where they are, a house, in a cabin, but they're all on the floor, the members of Wings, with the carpet rolled back. And when you open the carpet, the floor opens, and it's like the bottom of an airplane where you open up where the wheels are, and then the moon is out there. Oh, am I getting that? I'm sorry. There we go. And the moon is down there. Or is that the Earth? Oh, that's the Earth. I can't even tell. It's a planet.
We're gonna find out.
It's an we're going to find out from Steve Holley.
That's one of my questions.
Oh, you want to see what Steve Holley does not look like? He doesn't always wear these sunglasses. Normally you can see his eyes. Well, that's our pal Steve Holley on the back of the album. In fact, that's him right next to Paul McCartney. There's our Steve, and that's Denny. Those are the two guys who are celebrating Denny's music today. We're going to talk to Steve in a bit. Here's the guy who started it all. There's his woman by his side. And that is Lawrence Juber, a phenomenal guitarist.
If the Zoom popped up, should I press it to get him on here?
Why not?
Just in
Well,
case.
you can start. We didn't start the meeting yet. If it's,
I don't know.
then don't do anything yet. Don't do anything till after this song. I'll make sure.
It'll make sure after the song.
So I was talking to Steve the other day, and he played on this album. I asked him if there was a particular song that he would like me to play from the album, or what's his favorite, I should say. And he said, I like them all, first of all, and that's a very bad imitation. So I'll stop doing
Yes.
that right now.
Yes, please.
He said, he goes, it's a bit dark. I said, what is it? He goes, After the Ball, I like. I went, oh,
We both were like, we
I'll
love
do
that
After
song.
the Ball.
We love
It's
it.
a song that nobody ever gets to play or hear. So
And you
this
were
is
so
a
excited.
this is a scorchy, bluesy number. Not scorchy. It's laid back. You got to pull it back. It's going to take everything in me to play this slow enough.
Oh, God.
And it's called After the Ball. Let's see what happens here.
Right.
I've never done this one before. And I'm lowering it a whole step, Steve, in case you're taking notes. I'm not singing it in D. McCartney's a madman. Well, after the ball, you were the one out in the hall. You were the one who would love me after the ball. After the ball, after the ball, you were the one out in the hall. You were the one who would love me after the ball. Well, I arrived, looked around, but the room was full of strangers. Nowhere was a friendly face to be found. Later on, I awoke, but the party, it was over. There you were, waiting to bring me round. After the ball, you were the one out in the hall. You were the one who would love me after the ball. After the ball, after the ball, you are the one in the hall. You are the one who would love me after the ball, you are the one out in the hall. Yes, you are the one who would love me after the ball. Thank you. Let me see if I can put this on.
Yes, you can help me out.
Whoa,
Wait,
so you can
unplug,
unplug that.
we're unplugged?
Your meeting attendees are waiting. Well,
I saw that, so I just
well, let's see if I can
didn't
do
know
that.
if we had to do something. That's why.
Start the meeting. I have to start the meeting somehow. Start video. I don't know if this is the same meeting.
Okay.
This wasn't the way I should have gone in. I don't know if he's on yet.
Okay, well, then go back out.
Well, I don't want to screw it up. Give me this. There we go. There we go. Pardon me, folks. I guess I'm in. I guess I'm in. Steve, see if you can join in at this point. If not, we'll have to fix something up. I should have just gone right to my meeting and started it. See if Steve can join on at this point, and if not, we'll figure it out. I'm going to sing another song. This one's called...
Here he is.
Oh, good.
Hello.
Okay, good. We'll talk some laughter.
Okay.
Okay. Daytime, Nighttime Suffering is the name of this song. This is Good Night Tonight, the 12-inch single. And this is the lineup of Wings. They're dressed like in the 1920s or 30s. I'm not sure exactly what era this is. But there's your Lawrence Juber. There's Paul McCartney looking bored. Actually, he's just posing. And that's Linda McCartney. Denny Laine with the spit curl of the century. You can get on that. Oh my Lord, the spit curl on Denny. And that's our man, Steve Holley, right there, we're about to talk to after I sing this song. By the way, there's some photos on the back, too. Paul with his martini. And there's Linda with her fan. And this is Superman about to stop a train. That's how I picture Steve Holley. This is my favorite pose of Steve Holley. He's standing there with one hand just about to just stop that locomotive right in its tracks. Let me get in there with it.
He is a powerhouse.
And there's Lawrence, but maybe as well finished. And there's Denny and the spit curl again. That is a spit curl, baby. Okay.
That is the spittiest of curls.
This was the B-side to Good Night Tonight, and Steve's going to tell us a story about this song. I don't know what the story is, but he did promise a story about daytime, nighttime suffering. This is one of the best B-sides of any McCartney single. I Lie Around is up there too. I love I Lie Around, and as far as, I mean, things that aren't on an album, this is right up. This is one of the best.
This is the
In fact,
best.
this might be the best. Daytime, nighttime suffering, and it goes like this. Picture a lot of in harmonies. Here we go. What does she get for all the love she gave you? There on the ladder of regrets, mighty river, give her all she gets. What does she get for all the love she gave you? There on the ladder of regrets. Daytime, nighttime suffering is all gotta hear that recording. I encourage everybody to do so. Thank you.
Yes, I
Let me
don't
see
know
what we
if it's
got
mute,
there.
On, off, whatever.
Oh, Steve Holley.
Okay.
Are we on? Let me see. That's a good question. Let me see if I can hear
Is
you.
this thing on? Talk, Steve.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay,
All right,
good.
hold on.
Now
This
set
is
up
gonna
the
be
mic.
this is going to be the cheapest rig you ever saw. Hold on one second, folks. I want to introduce you to my friend. If I
Give
can
me-
lower that.
yes.
You take that.
Why don't you just put it a little bit further over here? Oh,
Ah, there we go. Thank you very much.
Careful.
Hey, everybody. Say hello to Steve Holley.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we
We
can
can
hear
now.
you.
Let me put them. There we go.
Oh,
Can you hear us? Can you hear it on the stage?
Don't put it so close.
I
please.
got you there. I got
There
you
we
there.
go. Now we got it. Hello, Steve. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome, Ed. Hi, Ryan.
Hi,
How are you?
babe. Hi, Marie Claire. We love you.
Yeah, she's in about it. How's it going?
Very good. You know, we're still in quarantine, as you know.
Yeah.
This is why we're doing these goofy things. But
You know, I think it's what's happening to all of us, but you know, this is my first walk out to this particular field, and I was watching over there, and I got the computer open, the iPad open, and this on, and speakers and wires. I don't know what's going on.
I know it's crazy. I can't even get the microphone to stand still. But we're gonna do our best. We're saying hello to some folks. We got some really big
Here,
Beatle
I'll
fans
hold
and
them
Wings
while you
fans
get the
out
mic.
there, and I know they're all excited to hear some stories from you. We just did a tune called "Daytime, Nighttime Suffering." You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, that's it's an interesting song. That came about, I remember us being in London, and we were in replica studios, which we couldn't get into Abbey Road. So Paul had built a replica, so we could work in there. It's just like being in the control room. So, my class back again. She's going. Anyway, we were challenged, all of us, Paul said, I think we could use one more song on this record. So you can all go home this weekend and write your best song, bring it back on Monday, and whoever's written the best song, that's the one we'll record. So, you know, what do you do with something like that? So I went home, and I can't even remember what it was, but I wrote something, and I came back, Lawrence had written something, Denny had written something. We sort of all played these new songs one after one, and then Paul sat down after each, and he said, well, I wrote this one, and it was Daytime I'm Suffering. We all went, well, okay, well, let's do that one.
It's like what'd you ask us for to begin with then?
You just
What-
wanted
what-
to make you do homework. Send you home with homework.
That's crazy. Now, Steve, how old were you when you joined Wings?
Good question. I think I was, it was 79. So you had a little bit of London Town on there, and that was my first. I met Denny and Paul at a party for Denny's house, which he bought in my hometown. And we met locally a couple of months earlier, and he invited me to his housewarming party, and I went early, and there was Paul and Linda and Denny in the music room, and nobody behind the drum set.
Huh.
And I just sort of went,
Yeah.
and at that point I'd only met Denny a few times, but I had no concept, but I just walked in, I'm trying to remember what year, that must have been 78, I guess.
Yeah.
So I would have been 26, just about 26.
Wow.
And so that's where we met. And my first gig, as it were, with the band, and my coming out gig was on the video for With a Little Luck. So that was the very first thing. If you see that video, you'll see a very young version of me behind a drum.
Yes. Steve, I noticed. I did watch a video yesterday of "I've Had Enough," which is off of London Town, and there were you behind the kit with Lawrence Juber. So it's amazing that your first gigs was actually doing videos for the albums you weren't on.
Correct.
But if you look, and I urge anyone, I've Had Enough. You got to look at this video, Steve. You would not know that it's not you on the record because you have every nuance of that drum track down.
Well, really?
Oh my God! No, I'm not kidding.
Oh, it must have been why we looked like that. Actually, we were challenged to. They wanted us to look really rough, and the director, whose name escapes me right now, said, just sort of look tired, unshaven, and sort of hungover or something. I mean, that'll be tough. That'll be really tough.
No, but I mean,
So,
everything you're doing is exactly what's on the drum track, and I can't believe that you're not the one who originated that, because it's perfect. You did your homework.
Thank you for something I never actually played.
Yes, I know, but you did your homework. I can see you were eager to please, and you're a team player. I can tell that.
There you go. You do your best, you know.
Exactly. I have a question, because when you were doing the Back to the Egg, there's a song, people don't know it, it's called Rockestra Theme, and it's an instrumental recorded with, well, do you want to talk about it, or you want me to tell who's in it?
Well, you probably got a better memory than I, but it's, well, the drum section was the thing for me, because I had John Bonham on my left, and Kenny on my right, plus the addition of percussion with Ray Cooper and Speedy Ake and all the beautiful symphony player, his name. Anyway, there were a lot of people on that session. The guitar section was pretty amazing. The whole thing was crazy, and I just remember being in a different studio at some point with the guys and Linda, and we were sitting around and always talking about the idea of a rock and roll orchestra, and wouldn't that be fun? I'm thinking that would be great, you know. He said, I had no idea who I'd ask, and I said, well, I'm pretty sure whoever you would ask would come.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, it would, what a great thing to do. So that's how that came about.
Well, it's an amazing track. I don't know if people know it out there, but it won a Grammy for Best Rock Instrumental. So you've got a Grammy for doing that, and I saw a clip of it. If you watch, Steve Holley is sitting on a drum kit, and on to his left is another drum kit with John Bonham from Led Zeppelin, and on his right is another drum kit with Kenny Jones from The Who. And if I'm not mistaken, on the bass in front of you, isn't that John Paul Jones?
Yeah, it was John Paul Jones, and there was, I should have made some notes for myself, really. I thought I remember Plonk was playing bass too, from, lovely bass player. And, it's just a long day. Great.
What was it like to be basically in the rhythm section of Led Zeppelin for a day?
Well, I didn't, you know what, I just tried to get all of that out of my head. I had no idea how I was going to cope with it. I knew they were going to have monster kits, so I had the smallest kit I could put up, and I just thought, well, these guys will do everything, I'm just going to sit here. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, I think it was originally intended to be Keith Moon as well, so
wow.
Would have been, unfortunately, that was not to be. But, one hell of a day.
Yeah. It was not a good pay. It was not a bad day at work, right?
That was a lot of fun.
Very good. Steve, I wanted to ask you, first of all, I want to get your reaction on camera. I looked in a Rolling Stone article recently where they ranked all of Paul McCartney's solo albums up until including the last one. There's 21 albums. Back to the Egg was number 6.
Correct.
How do you feel about that?
I was really surprised, and it's been gradually creeping up. It was panned initially, by a lot of the critics, and I think maybe because it crosses so many different styles, maybe it's just a little difficult to get hold of. I thought that at the time. Incidentally, the funny thing is, in that I saw that. I don't know why I was going through that, and I saw the Rolling Stone article, and I also tracked another artist that I played with, and that was Elton John, and the Single Man album that I made with him right before I joined Wings is also at number 6.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, I know you told me the other day that you were surprised to learn from the Blues Society when you were getting an award that you had actually played on over 50 blues albums, and you didn't even know it. Are we frozen? Oh, did we freeze? Oh, we're frozen.
Okay, give it a second.
All right.
It should come back.
This is too much fun.
So that you could give yourself a break.
Okay. Oh, he's frozen.
All right. Well.
Oh, he's back. We're back.
He's back.
Are we back?
I think we're back. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just keep doing this. I'll just keep doing this for now.
Okay.
Get that out of here. I don't remember what I asked.
You were asking me about
the blues.
Oh yes.
The New York Blues Award, and it was several years ago now, and I was given the award and very appreciative of it, and I've always liked that genre. It's one of the things that brought me to the USA was my fascination with it. and wanted to go to Chicago and the Delta and all the rest of it. I was lucky enough to hang out and play, and I got the award, but I wasn't sure why I was getting it until they said, "You haven't paid much attention to your career, have you?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You played on over 50 blues albums." And I was pretty stunned by that. I had no idea. Didn't keep count, but I'm not. Well, I'm trying to list them now, but yeah, very, very proud of that. That was nice.
Well, it's a remarkable career you've had, Steve, and continue to have. If you can get back out in the studio, I'm sure you will.
Yeah, I think hopefully coming up soon we'll get to do some recording again and bits and pieces. It's been a very strange year. Like I say, I never expected anything quite like this. And,
yeah,
I just hope we're all doing well, and we've got to keep wearing the masks and all that good stuff, keep your hands clean, and hopefully we'll come through this and get back to it.
That's correct. Days. You got it. I've got 2 more questions for you if you got the time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. I'd like to, do you have what comes to mind about a most memorable live show that you did with Wings? Any particular reason?
There's a couple. I think probably the Apollo Theatre in Glasgow, which is no longer with us, and I'm afraid to say. It went the same way as Manchester Free Trade Hall, which was another one of my favourite gigs, but that's a different story. But at the Glasgow Apollo, we had the Campbelltown Pipe Band under the stage, came out for Mullock and Tyre and walked through the audience and back onto the stage. Oh. And it also coincided with the night that England won the football game against England.
Wow.
So Paul had said he would come out, the game was going on. Back then we didn't have video links or any of this stuff, so no one could keep in touch except for a transistor radio. So Paul had decided that he told at the beginning of the evening for all the people watching us who couldn't see the game and stay connected, at the end of the show, he will come out wearing the flag, dressed in the flag of the team, which is Scotland. So that was a pretty special moment. You heard the roar of the crowd and then the Campbelltown Pipe Band. That was.
That's great.
That's an awesome.
Is that the same gig where Coming Up was recorded?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder why the energy.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy in it. There's quite a little bit faster than intended too, but you know, it was just one of those great nights and a very memorable occasion. And I only got to play a total of, I believe, 22 shows.
Oh wow!
So that was the total number of shows. But yeah.
Oh wow! Then now, Coming Up, the recording of Coming Up became a #1 hit in America, but it was credited to Paul McCartney and not to Wings.
Yeah, well, he had a version which was released in the UK, which is not the live version. The live version was only a single in the US, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
And I forget now exactly why that came about, but Paul's solo version is brilliant, and probably the right tempo. Ours was a bit bright because it had all the frenetic energy of a live show, but needless to say, it made #1 in the US. Remained my only #1 recording in the US, and very proud of it for what it was. Of course, it would have coincided, as Lawrence pointed out to me one day, that it had the torn up, come to a horrible end, and the band to a horrible end in Japan.
Yeah.
We would quite possibly have been touring that summer with the #1 hit in the US. So
yeah,
it's just the way things go.
Yeah, and, I agree. All right, I've got one more question for you before I let you go. Not a lot of people talk about Linda McCartney, and you not only knew her, but you worked with her. You were in the band, and you were like family. Is there anything anything you'd like to tell us, or something insight about Linda?
She's one of my faves.
She was an absolute delight, and I thought she was great. Considering trying to even think for a moment how that must have been, coping with that situation and being a part of that, and with all a lot of dissatisfaction from some of the fans and aggression directed towards her, which is all unfortunate, very unnecessary. And I just thought she was a gas. And in fact, lots of times when I did interviews or bits and pieces of press here and there and everywhere, you always have the interviewers that are looking for the dirt. They want you to say something nasty about something. And they were just, even my favourite moment, I can't remember which paper was from, but I remember it said to me, "There's got to be something. Come on, tell me something about." I said, "All right, but just just promise me it's off the record, okay? It had to be off the record. Don't. This is not. I'm not telling you this. I don't want this in print. And they'd all lean towards me, and a couple of people in the room, and they said, yeah, what is it? I said, she makes the best pea soup. And it did them all deflate, but you know what? How could you be in that position and so it was just pure, really. I mean, I just thought she was great. So I had none of the problems, none of the distractions, just a good friendship. I really consider her a friend, you know.
That's great. Well, we're big fans of romances and people who stay together and love each other like us, and we love you and your wife, Marie Claire, and we thank you so much.
Can you ask my
for joining.
question?
What's your question? Oh, Rain wants to know on the cover of Back to the Egg, were you guys actually looking at something in that floor, or was it all just put together later?
On
you look like you're looking through the floor.
Yeah, we were actually, when the shot was taken, we knew what it was going to be, but it wasn't there. We were just staring into an open space in a studio with a bright light underneath it.
That's what I figured.
For inspiration.
We had the concept, but
we
were just kind of looking aghast into up on a platform.
That's fun.
Photography. Yeah.
Well, it's great stuff.
I
Great
make
stuff.
some pretty good pea soup too, so we'll
That's
have
right.
to see.
Yeah, Rain says she makes great pea soup too, so we're gonna have you guys over and
The
have some pea
challenge.
soup. How about that?
The pea
Some
soup
of that,
challenge.
Some of that, for sure.
Thank you so much.
Everyone stay safe, be well. Love you very much.
Thank you so much.
Peace and love.
God bless you. Hey, everybody, Steve Holley.
All right.
Thank you, Steve.
Stay safe, be well.
Thank you. Whoops.
Ed's trying to
Oh.
kill me. Thank you so much, Steve.
Well, that
And
was
my
fun.
love to Marie Claire too.
All right.
We love you guys. We'll call you a little later. Mwah.
Oh. Well, all right. That was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I have no idea. That was all crampy. I'm holding
I
this and
know,
holding
because
that.
I could have set
It
the
hurts.
tripod up. I thought
Well,
what about it today?
on
Next
the
time.
heels of that, let's get to some music. What's the A side of that last song we just did?
Woo! Come on, guys.
Don't get too tired of love. Don't let it end. Don't say goodnight to love. It may never be the same again. Don't say it. Don't say
Steve and Marie.
I didn't want to say
We
goodbye
love
to
you.
Steve. If I wasn't holding those stupid things, I would have stayed on all day.
Well, you could call him back.
I'll call you back after the show.
What was that? Call my number.
All right. We're going to go back to, all right, here's another bit of Denny Laine. Now, Denny, like I said, he was the only one who was in on all the albums, every single Wings album. In fact, you can find Denny's work on Tug of War, which is a solo McCartney album from 1982. And Denny was still playing acoustic guitar and other things on that. But this one goes back to the classic album, Band on the Run. This one was co-written by Denny and Paul, and Denny sings it. There's a bit toward the end that's a really high note, and if I don't think I'm going to get it, I'm going an octave down. So just letting you know in advance.
Okay.
All those perfectionists. All right, how about a little sip of this? We did a little talking.
Well, yes, we haven't toast and thank you.
We haven't,
so
and you know, let me do it right after
I
this.
figured that would be a good spot.
This will be a good one. I'll do a
Let me
classic
fix
track
them
from
up,
Band
too,
on the
some
Run,
nice stuff.
and then we'll say some hellos and some thank
There we
yous.
go.
But not too long. I don't want to talk too much because we just spent a lot of time. Oh yeah, cheers too. All right, cheers.
We didn't show
Oh, I'll
up.
tell you why. Our shot glasses today, whoops, are from Daryl's house. Daryl's house. And Steve, yes, we've got to plug that, so we'll do
No,
it
we're
now.
plugging it right now.
Daryl's house is the very first place where we saw Denny Laine. We saw Denny Laine play there maybe
I
4
got
years
those
ago or
pictures
so.
autographed there.
And we met him afterwards, and we had a great hangout in the parking lot. Just me, Rain,
Thanks to me.
Ken Michaels and
You're
his wife Joanne, and Denny and two of his band members. We just were the only people around. All the cars were gone, smoking a doobie, and just well, that's the reason we were hanging out. We're having a little pass around, and we were just telling stories and having
And
a great
I fed
time.
them was the
And
most
Denny
important.
was like just the sweetest, nicest guy you could ever want to meet.
They were hungry.
And they were hungry, that's right. Well, they were afterwards anyway.
Yeah.
So, and also Daryl's house is the scene where this Saturday night, starting tonight, there's a Beatle Fest that goes on in Chicago, but of course it's got to be virtual because nobody can get together. So, if you want to, for $44 per ticket, or per household, whatever, you've got a ticket to Beatle Fest. And there's all sorts of virtual performances going on this weekend, including Donovan, Peter Asher from Peter and Gordon, and Lawrence Juber from Wings doing a thing. Denny Laine himself is also doing a show this Sunday. I believe it's 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. He's one of the last things. So it's all weekend, all night tonight, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Is Beatle Fest, $44. The Fest for Beatle fans, you can look it up. And Steve Holley, who we just spoke to, is playing with the band Liverpool tomorrow night, Saturday, starting at 10 p.m. our time. And he's going live from Daryl's house. See how that came together? So Denny Laine, we first met at Daryl's house.
Cheers.
Steve Holley is playing at Daryl's house tomorrow night. Oh, another Daryl's house, cheers.
So,
Great.
cheers.
Cheers.
Steve Holly, good show. You guys, all Liverpool, looking forward to the screen. All right.
This is called No Words. You wanna give your love away, end up giving nothing. I'm not surprised that your black eyes are gazing. You say that love is everything, and what we need the most of. I wish you knew that's just how true my love was. No words for my life. Your burning love, sweet burning love, it's deep inside. You mustn't hide your burning love, sweet burning love. can't do the whole outro. I don't play lead. It's just me and my acoust. If you get a chance to see Denny Laine live, I suggest you do it. He's got a new show he's calling Songs and Stories, which is a great idea because just him alone on a stage with a guitar and the tales he tells is entertaining enough. And I think he's got a show scheduled in January in Florida. That's as early as you can do these days. Everything else is canceled. All right, so say some hellos while I still have another 8 songs to do.
Let's see where we started from. First of all, let's say that Carol Ziegler, if she's watching,
that's right, Carol.
It's your birthday today, and we wanted to wish you a happy birthday and send our love and all our just heartfelt thanks because you've been with us from the beginning, and I know you've been enjoying this, and I know you were healing too, and this really helped you, and I hope you have a great, I hope you have a great birthday. Denise Neri. Instead of Neri, like my uncle. Thank you. You're a really amazing support system right now, especially for me. You answered a lot of really awesome questions that I was having. We have a lot of things in common, and I really enjoyed getting to talk to you. So thank you for tuning in again. Sherry Swartz, Steve Holley, look it up. He's a legend and a hero and amazing. You will enjoy everything he does. He is truly a gift to this world. Vince Sansone, thank you so much. You are like one of our VIP guys. We love all your input. You're a plethora of musical knowledge, and we really appreciate that, especially when Ed's playing in, can't always tell people what years or little facts about what's going on. Jerry Belmont, Division 2. Up Division 2, we love you guys. We miss you. Patty Lewis and Jeff, we love you guys.
King Joffrey.
Oh my God!
Are we going to see you Sunday?
So, I hope so. Maybe we will.
Right down the
That'd
block.
That'd be nice. B. Mar, my mom, Mama Bean, and Nelson Bean. They're watching in West Virginia. They're one of our biggest supporters too. Our hearts always go out to them. That they're so kind and take their time every afternoon, 3 times a week to come in and enjoy it with us. Kathy Marie, your friend, Kathy Marie.
The Tansies.
Janice Tusciano, Tina Leaves and Dan. They're another
you got your power up.
They got their power back. They watched a good one. They were happy to see Steve Holley out there. They said it was a great interview. People are enjoying. Tim Byrne, Kevin Buckley, Michael Goodman, Michael and Stacy.
Hey, Mike and Stacy.
We love you guys. They're the best chiropractor in Belmore.
Oh, I forgot to ask Steve to tell his joke.
Oh. Steve, can you call back and tell your joke? Because I asked Ed to tell a joke for me. That was supposed to be my second question. I meant to ask Steve to tell the joke. Only had 2 questions.
To tell the joke that won his wife's heart.
Oh. All right, well, maybe we can set up a meeting and we can call back.
The meeting's still on unless you ended it.
I might have. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll check. I really wanted that.
That's all right. Well,
let's see. Lorraine McCormick, Ellen and George Osick, Peggy Weaver, Laura Minning, Ken Michaels, our Beatle aficionado and historian.
Hope I'm doing all right, Ken. It's my first time trying.
Fix it in post. You'll tell us if we messed up and give everybody the true info in case we messed up.
Hey, Ken, let's you and I do a thing you talked about before. Let's do an interview thingy.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you be next? Gary Wilbur, Frank Leone, Kenny Forgione and Sue. Wow, we love you guys.
Frank Leone and Kenny Forgione?
Right, from Wondrous Stories.
Hi,
we love
them.
Hey,
cousins.
Joey Cola.
Joey Cola!
Carol, I'm going to get her name wrong.
Yes, you are. So am I. Janar, I think. Hey, Carol.
William Palmer, Janet Youngblood, Ted Bial, Rick Ambrosino, another big music aficionado, Diane Berg, Tara LaVale, Diana Paul, Tara LaVale, where you been? This is a good one that you popped on because I know you're a Beatle fan. Joel Napolitano, Alan Cohen, Barbara McDermott, Barbara Post, Jean Piero, Richard Kessler, and I'm sure because I'm away from the tablet, there was so many more people I missed. I had a little tablet.
And the tablet misses you.
Just thank you. This was such a nice turnout, and it means everything to us, this support and love, especially for Wings, which we love so much.
And we got to do this too. Thank you very much for your support. While you're noting this, and you don't have to use it. Nobody ever has to use this, but it is my job to at least show it once a show, because it keeps us in crackers and rice. This Sunday, I'm actually doing a gig. We're going out to do a gig, and the gig is Sunday afternoon from 3 o'clock until 6 o'clock at KJ Farrell's in Belmore. It's outdoors under tents, and it is social distance tabling. They are limiting it to 90 people total. So please make a reservation, because you might not be able to stay if it's already filled up, which is not filled up yet. So make a reservation, and if you just decide to show up, it's iffy. If the table's already taken, they're not going to let you just mill about, because that's dangerous. That's what we're doing, and those are the rules we have to follow. So if you want to make a reservation for this Sunday afternoon, it's all Beatles stuff. They want to do a Beatles show, just me and my acoustic, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. All you have to do is email kjfarrells@gmail.com and ask for a table of 2, 1, 3, 4, whatever, however many you need. I'm going to tune up and keep playing. So that was right, Sunday. What else did I have to say? Oh, I have to say thank yous.
Yes.
So it's this Sunday, August 7th. So please join us if you can. If you can't, and if you don't want to go out, do not go out. This is iffy for us too. This is Raine's first foray into it.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous, and I'm terrified, and I will be wearing my mask, and I will have my sanitizer, and don't even joke, I will have gloves if I need it, and don't be
I'm offended if we don't come close to you.
It's harder for me than it is even for you to not come close to us, but I am a hugger, Ed knows that, and it's hard to not do that. So I feel bad already seeing all you and not being able to do that. But
if you're going to feel bad, stay home.
Oh, I can't. It's Beatle Day. I have to try. So I'm going to try this one.
So maybe we'll see you Sunday.
And I know there's some of you out there that have the same issues as me, and you're going to try coming too. And thank you for that. And we're going to. I hear KJ Farrell's is really amazing with keeping everything safe. So we're just blessed to have this opportunity.
And Monday's show is going to be songs with the word love in the title. I've already got enough songs that I could pull out, but if you need, if you have some suggestions or song you'd like to hear for this Monday, it's any song that has the word love or a variation of the word love in it. Love, loving, lovely, lover. But I got to continue right now. Speaking of love and lovers, this was Paul McCartney's wife's single. That's right, Linda McCartney had a single under the name Susie and the Red Stripes. Red Stripe is a Jamaican beer, by the way. And this was a reggae song called Seaside Woman that Linda and... I'm choking on something. Choking on my own bullshit.
No, what you were saying was real.
I know. All right, and it's called Seaside Woman. It was recorded by Wings in the early 70s. Wow, something happened.
Were they cutting stuff outside?
So it was released as a single called Seaside Woman by Susie and the Red Stripes. I'm lowering it down to the key of A. It's originally in C. Something just happened here.
Yeah, I'm feeling lonesome.
Oh, Papa catch the fish from the bottom of the sea. Mama fixes net, she keeps an eye on me. Dainty little mama, smile all day. Cook your sweet potato at night, she lay there. Oh, seaside woman. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, seaside woman. Yeah, 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 yeah. That gray mule to marketplace each day sells the bees in baskets for seashell. If I got that wrong, they kill little mama. Smile all day. I love you, mama, and be safe. Oh, seaside woman. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, seaside woman. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Seaside woman.
Cook your sweet potato. At night she lay.
That's right.
All right, I'm gonna do one more song from a member of Wings, and then the rest of this is mostly Denny Laine, baby, all the way out. Saving the big stuff for last. This is another song from Jimmy McCullough. We talked about Jimmy McCullough. This guy right here. Jimmy McCullough, like we said, was only he was 24 when he left Wings. So he was in the band for like 4 years. So it was 19-ish to 24-ish. How about that? Maybe it was 25 when he left the band, whatever. But
I opened up one. If Steve wants to call, maybe it'll work to tell his joke. If he's listening,
you'll have to tell him. I don't know. If Steve,
yeah,
if
he's
Steve,
telling him right now.
Well, you have to invite him.
I think it's in bed, right?
Huh? You have to hit invite and all that kind of stuff.
No, I think it was there.
Anyway, whatever. Let me keep moving.
Tell him try.
Jimmy McCullough, right. So, the first one he did was Medicine Jar. Remember we did that earlier? Keep on dead on your feet, you won't get far if you keep on sticking your hand in the medicine jar, which is a great metaphor, instead of the cookie jar, the medicine jar. Then, the next year, on the Wings at the Speed of Sound album, he had another song. This one's called Wino Junko, which it's about a pill-popping freak, somebody who drinks a lot, but mostly, I mean, the wino is not as prevalent as the junko. And this is weird because the two songs that Jimmy McCullough wrote and sang with Wings were about drugs and pills and that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, Jimmy passed away in 1978. Or I'm sorry, was it 8 or 9? I'm sorry, I might get the year wrong. Maybe it was like 79, but it wasn't long after leaving Wings. He was only 26 when he died, allegedly of a heroin overdose. It might have been something else, but that's what I'm reading. But it was, I mean, it's predestined, the two songs that he sang about. And I remember going to Paul McCartney and Wings, the concert in 1976, Wings Over America. I saw it at Coliseum. And there was a program you could buy with it. And I still have it to this day. And on at least one of the pages, they would highlight a member. You know, each member would get a page at one point with a big portrait in the middle and some design on the outside of it. You know, maybe flowers or some kind of wallpaper that you'd think of it today on a computer. Some sort of thick wallpaper behind the picture. And Jimmy's was all these pills, reds and blues, and big because of his song Medicine Jar that he was famous for. That was before he did Wino Junko, and that's before he passed away very young. But we're still going to sing the song because every member of Wings contributed something, and we want to honor everything. I just wish I had a Lawrence Juber song I could play. Other than that, I think I'm hitting just about everybody. Here we go, Wino Junko. Dr. Tom is getting on. All he does is sign his name. I get things my brain box sings. Up and down again. Play with fire, getting higher, higher than a 9-foot flame. My soul is spent That is so sad when you start
sad.
reading the lyric, knowing what happened to him. He's singing about himself. He couldn't
Get out
quit.
of it.
He couldn't get out of
Couldn't
it.
get out of the medicine jar.
Couldn't get his hand out of the medicine jar.
Yeah, or his whole body for that case, it seems.
Very sad. Very a talented guy. Talented kid. What am I saying? Guy. He was a
baby,
kid. He
and that
died
might
at
have been
26.
Part of it. I wonder if Ken Michaels could give us some insight on his upbringing, because maybe it was
Yeah.
troubled. You
Well,
know.
let's
Not
put
right now,
that
but
past us.
when we ask him questions.
Yes, I can talk to Ken about that later. I say we get back to some happier fun. This
Fun.
is one of my
Absolute favorite songs in
favorite
the world.
all time. I've been playing this song since this album came out. I was in my first band at 16, and the guys I was hanging out with were into Beatles and Wings and all that kind of stuff, and we like to play acoustics. So when we heard the song Deliver Your Children off the 1978 album London Town, we thought, oh, this is perfect. And I've been playing it ever since, and we
And I've been
love
loving
it.
it.
Co-written
Even
by
more.
Denny and Paul, and sung lead by Denny. And well, it's harmony. It's like the Beatles, you know, where even though there's a lead singer, the harmony is always there. It's like If I Fell. You know, yes, there's a lead singer. It's John, but you can't have it without Paul. So
It's like
this is
peanut
how
butter and
this.
chocolate.
It's like peanut butter and chocolate.
And this is like one of my, if people say, oh, what do you request it to play? Probably one of my most requested songs for you to play, right?
That's right. She does ask for this a lot.
A lot. It's one of my favorite.
Yeah, what if you don't like Reese's peanut butter? It's like I had one. Like if I could just.
All right, but I
if
would
I
have
could
said
just,
peanut butter and jelly.
No.
but
I
don't
was like,
that.
if I could just separate the peanut butter from the chocolate, I think that's the next thing we gotta look into. After we get a cure for the pandemic, then we gotta look into how do you separate
You
the
mean like
stuff
a Hershey
that's
bar?
in a Reese's. I just want chocolate over here and peanut butter over there. Can't they make that?
I don't think so. But it's just called peanut butter and chocolate separate.
Well, yeah, that's what I want.
All right, well, we can do
And then
this.
you leave the peanut butter. Just want the chocolate. Deliver your children.
Well, the rain was falling and the ground turned to mud. I was watching all the people running from the mud. So I started to pray, although I ain't no praying man. I thought the Lord would come and help me, knowing He'd understand. Oh, deliver your children to the good life. Give them peace and shelter in a fork at night. Shine a light in the morning and a light at night. And if the thing goes wrong, you better make it right. Well, I had me a woman. She was good and clean. She'd spend all the days with the washing machine. When it came to loving, she was never around. She was out getting dirty all over town.
Ultimate Spot.
Thank you for my favorite song.
Oh, I love that song. I love that song. I've always loved that song.
Well, you know your fans now.
I've always been a big fan of anything. Oh, is that off or on?
No, it just wasn't in the right way.
I gotcha. I've always been a big fan of anything Paul McCartney did, and then when I listen to the Wings albums, I become fans of everybody who plays with him. I can't help it. And Denny Laine, when we first saw him at Daryl's house a couple of years ago, Ken Michaels and his wife Joanne, the four of us went, and it was wonderful. I was in love, you know. I hadn't seen him since 1976 when I saw Wings Over America, and that was from way up in the Coliseum. All I remember him was having a three-pointed hat with a drum going, other than that, I couldn't see that well. But so it was wonderful to see him, and afterwards we did meet him and we hung out with him, and it was just just by chance, and it was a great experience. I told him some stories that night, and we had some laughs, and it was just really nice. It was really just nice. I mean, I was geeking out a little bit. I am a fan, and I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm a fan, and when I talk to people, even with Steve Holley, I'm like, I get all. So we had a good time that night, and just coincidentally, a couple of months, that was in November, and then that February, we were doing a show at this, we were doing the Concert for Bangladesh show that we do with Wondrous Stories every year or every other year, and it was in Westbury, and it just so happened, I found out that day when I got to the place, that because we always have special guests, that Denny Laine was coming to the show and going to be one of the special guests. I'm like, oh my God, I just met him a couple of months ago, and we had a really good time, you know. I wonder if he'll remember me. The 6'4" guy with long red hair. What are the odds? So, I mean, there's 3 dressing rooms, and there's a lot of people down there. We have a lot of special guests, and the band itself is 23 people.
Yeah. God bless
So I heard he was in the room, in his dressing room, the dressing room, and he's hanging out with a few people saying hello, and there's so many people to say hello to. I'm like, I gotta hang out in the outskirts. So I go to the door frame into the dressing room, and I see him there. I'm like, I don't know, should I take a walk in? I take a step in, and he looks up and he sees me. And it's the first time since we were hanging out outside of Daryl's house, having a little fun and telling stories and laughing. And he just looks up, he's got these sunglasses on, he's talking to everybody, and he looks up and he goes, I remember you. I was like, oh,
Gave you great joy.
It did give me great joy. And it was wonderful. I got to sing on stage with him that night on. We did it a couple of times during the Wonder Stories bit that we would do. Let me roll it. And with Denny playing, and I'm singing lead, and with Steve Holley playing drums. Do you know what a thrill that is for a kid like me, a Wings fan, to look up, you know, and there's people who are on my wall when I was a teenager are now playing behind me and next to me. I couldn't keep my hands off of Denny Laine. I know it's sad, but I'm a geek. But he's playing the guitar, and I'm next to him with my arm around him, and I'm trying. I just couldn't get enough of him.
Living the dream, baby. Living the dream.
So anyway,
you couldn't get enough of him. You were like hugging him.
I love it. What am I going to do? What am I going to say? I'm honest.
Peace signs were flying. Everything was going on.
Peace signs were going crazy. What else do I need to keep playing? I've got one more song from Linda McCartney, and then there's 5 more songs from Denny. And I should throw in. You know, I should throw in Coming Up.
Yeah,
Because we spoke about it. I'll do it because it's hard to sing. I'll wait till later because I may ruin my voice doing it. And that's okay because I don't have to sing till Monday. Right now we're going to do a Linda McCartney song.
Yes, before we do, I just want to say another happy birthday to Carol. Happy birthday,
Carol
my love.
Ziegler. Oh, this will be for you.
This is for her because she is like a great cook, and she just started a new little Facebook gathering cooking special group that is really cute, and she invited me into it. So I think this one is fitting for you, Carol. This one's dedicated to you for your birthday. Love you.
A song called Cook of the House from 1976. This was the B-side to Silly Love Songs. So millions of people bought Silly Love Songs. And if you flip it over, you heard this song. Linda McCartney. Brown rice, sugar, vinegar, sink of salt, macaroni too. Cook of the house. Cook of the house.
kitchen best, 'cause I'm the cook of the house. The cook of the house. Salads in the bowl, rice is on the stove, green beans in the colander, and where the rest is heaven only knows. Cinnamon, garlic, salt, pepper, cornbread, curry, pot of coffee too. Cook of the house. Cook of the house. No matter where I serve my guests, it seems I like the kitchen best, 'cause I'm the cook of the house. Cook of the house. Salads in the bowl, rice is on the stove, green beans in the colander, and where the rest is heaven only knows. Cinnamon, garlic, salt, pepper, cornbread, curry, pot of coffee too. Cook of the house. I'm the cook of the house. Well, no matter where I serve my guests, they seem to like the kitchen best, 'cause I'm the cook of the house. 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 I'm the cook of the house.
Happy birthday, Tyler. Love
She became more than the cook of the house, Linda McCartney did. She became a cook for the world
For the
with
world.
her vegetarian
She's the
books,
cook of the
inspiring generations to come
you. I have all of them, every single one.
with staying healthy.
She was my first vegetarian cookbook I followed when I became a vegetarian all those years, and I still use a lot of her
Yeah,
recipes.
you had to go back. She was very away. We had to go back to chicken and fish
Well,
because you
because
needed the
of my
protein.
health issues, yeah.
You can't eat.
But
you
I
can't
loved
just be
being a vegetarian, but it wasn't
Not
healthy
good
for
for
my issues. And when she died, I actually
When Linda died, right?
yeah, when Linda died, but that's it. Meant a lot. Like being that we were in this kind of business together, we always looked towards the two of them and Wings and as an inspiration and a model of what you can do and that you could get through it together. And they were always really good for me to reflect on when I was getting through this stuff. When I met Ed, I didn't know anything really about. I love music, but not about the business. So when she passed away,
I gave it a business.
when she passed away, because they meant so much to us, I actually became a vegetarian for 2 strict years, a very strict vegetarian in her honor, to honor her passing, because of all the sacrifices she made too, to keep the world healthy and feed us all. So, she's the first one putting together vegetarian meals. They thought she was crazy. Frozen things, all that kind of stuff.
And then when you had to start eating chicken and fish, she's rolling in the grave, man.
I know, she's
not
mad
happy
at me
with
now,
you.
right?
She's not happy with you at all.
Those 2 years didn't mean anything.
Yeah, it is. All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna do Denny Laine right now. Everybody, wouldn't you like to do Denny Laine? He's cute. That's sick. If you know, we didn't bring up this picture. While she's getting that, this is a fun picture. This is Wings 1979 lineup with that's my man Steve that you just heard from before, and then there's Denny, and then there's Linda, and then Paul has got his foot up in the air, basically just about blocking Lawrence Juber's face.
Wow. Who's that?
That's signed by Denny Laine to my main man Ed Ryan.
Yeah,
Thank you
likes
very
to
much.
show that off.
That's right, because I happened to be wearing a Huggy Bear pimp outfit from the 70s.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, my main man." And I was like, "Yes, I am," with the big hat and the feather and everything. This is a copy of the lyrics of Coming Up I was talking about before. Not only did we play, did I get to play Let Me Roll It with Denny and Steve, but also Coming Up on a number of occasions with the horn section. The song Coming Up, #1 hit that Steve talked about before, with Steve on drums and Denny was on it, and I had the lyrics for it because I was still boning up for the lyrics before the show, and I just happened to have it on me when they were both there, so I had them both sign it. This is before we became friends, and I realized I didn't need autographs. I have their friendship. But anyway, this is nice.
And her photography, I just want to, I'm a huge photographer. I love photography. One of the things that she did was shoot from like car windows, airport windows, like traveling issues, things that are moving because they were always traveling to go to another show. And she did this beautiful series that I try to do that all the time when we were traveling, and it definitely inspired me. And I love taking pictures. And this is one of my favorite pictures. I keep this framed all the time in my house. It's one of her Appaloosa horses that she loves so much. And
This was the postcard from one of her exhibits, right?
It was when we went to the
After she
exhibit,
passed?
after she passed. And she was just a wonderful being. I didn't personally know her, but I loved her light, and I just was thankful that I got to know it a little bit. So thank you, Steve, for sharing some insight with them about Linda today.
Yeah, it's nice to know you're getting what you think you get.
And
she's a real
and wild
person.
life is like one of my favorite pictures that they ever took.
I'm gonna change. Since we're talking about coming up, and I just showed that.
Yeah.
Let's blow the voice now, and then we'll do those
And then we'll
songs.
do the rest?
Just because I think we need a little more fun.
A little fun?
We've been talking too much. We still got a half an hour, and we're
Okay.
gonna get all these
Everything
songs
worked
in
out
there.
good then.
You want love to last forever, one that will never fade away. One that'll help you with your problems. Stick around, I say. Coming up, oh, it's coming up, coming up like a flower. Coming up, I say, oh. You want a friend you can rely on, one that will never fade away. And if you're searching for an answer, stick around. I say it's coming up, coming up, coming up, like a flower. Coming up, I say, oh. You want some peace and understanding, so everybody can be free. I know that we can get together, we can make it. Stick with me, coming up. Oh, it's coming up. I say it's coming up. Lovely hour, coming up. Oh yeah, one more time. Coming up, pretty baby, coming up. I say it's coming up. Oh the hour, coming up. Oh yeah. I forget there's a riff somewhere. You want a better kind of future, only everyone can share. You're not alone, we all can use it. Stick around, we're nearly there. Coming up, oh, coming up. Oh, you better believe it. Coming up, like a flower. Coming up, I say, yeah, coming up. Pretty baby, coming up. Oh, one more time, coming up. On the hour, coming up. Coming up.
Very nice.
And then you expect to hear Lunchbox Odd Socks. Ooh, how many people did I just catch on that?
Was that
Most people are going, what the hell are you
thing?
talking about?
Is that the
No,
Popeye thing?
no, it's not, but it is an instrumental.
Oh, okay. That's why I was trying to remember which one it was.
The story of coming up is Paul McCartney had that song for McCartney 2. Well, he was recording it at home with a bunch of electronics and doing some home recording again toward the end of Wings. Wasn't sure if it was going to be demos for a Wings thing or just recordings for himself. But he ended up making an album out of it called McCartney 2, which marked the end of Wings because it was the first non-Wings album. But while he recorded it, they were playing it live, like as Steve said. So coming up came out with McCartney's recorded version, which is all him on all the instruments, and it's a little tinny, and it's different tempo. It's good. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I like both versions myself. And they released that as a single in the UK. Meanwhile, I guess before they released it, they recorded it, you know, at Glasgow with live with Wings. And in America, what they did was they had on side one was Coming Up, the McCartney, and on side two was two songs. It was Coming Up, the live version, which became the #1 hit, and then there was a band, even on a 40, there was two songs on side two. Then there was a little space, and then there was an instrumental called Odd Socks Lunchbox, or Lunchbox Odd Socks. I forget which one came first. It's a nonsensical name, but it's a very good thing, instrumental. The point of this story being that, or perhaps it's the other way, maybe the live version was on side A. Either way, there was two songs on side two. One of them was Coming Up, one version or the other. I think it was the live one, because it had that thing at the end, oh, McCartney, anyway, that the crowd was chanting. And then Lunchbox Odd Socks. The reason I say that is that was a money saver back in the day when you were at a diner with your friends drunk at night.
Oh, that's right.
After going out, you were having a couple of burgers, you want to put some music in. Always play that. You get two songs for the price of one, and they were both great. That's my little tip to you. And now here's another tip. Oh, tune before you play. That's my tip. We're going to play, here's Denny, Denny, Denny. We're going Denny crazy now. As I told you before, Denny was a lead singer and founding member of the Moody Blues, with a #1 song worldwide called Go Now. And here we go. This was also on Wings Over America. Again, I point to the poster. We've already said you gotta go, oh, you better go now. Go now, go now, go now. Before you see me cry, I want you to tell me what you intend to do now. How many times do I have to tell you, darling, darling, I'm still in love with you now. Oh, oh, oh. We've already said so long. I don't want to see you go. Oh, you better go now. Go now, go now. Don't you even try. Tell me that you really don't want it to end this way. 'Cause darling, darling, can't you see I want you to stay? Oh.
what you intend to do now. 'Cause how many times do I have to tell you, darling, darling, I'm still in love with you now. I don't want to see you go, but darling, you'd better go now.
Bing! Okay.
You're my baby, and I love you. I'm your baby, you love me. I can drive a Cadillac across the Irish Sea. When I'm finished doing that, I know where I wanna be. 'Cause I'm your baby. Cause you're my baby, I know you know. Well, spirits of ancient Egypt, oh, shadows of ancient Spain, oh, spirits of ancient Egypt, oh, hung on the phone, hung on the phone, hung on the phone again. Yeah, that's a good one.
That was a good memory when we were at Daryl's house and
Yes.
saw Denny do that. That was one of my favorite memories.
That's from Venus and Mars, 1975.
It's all right.
Written by Paul McCartney, given the lead vocal by Denny Laine. Before that, we heard Go Now. And I've only got 3 songs left, and this is perfect. This is good timing.
Lee?
I want to
Really?
3. I want to recap what we've done today, just in case you weren't joining us from the beginning. We started with "Let 'Em In," just to welcome everybody in, and then we played "Children, Children," "I Lie Around," "The Note That You Never Wrote," "London Town," "I Am Your Singer," "Medicine Jar," "Must Do Something About It," "Don't Let It Bring You Down," not the Animals, the Wings song from London Town. Pardon me. There we go. "Again and Again and Again," "After the Ball," "Daytime, Nighttime Suffering," "Good Night Tonight," "No Words," "Seaside Woman," "Wino Junko," "Deliver Your Children," "Coming Up," "Cook of the House," "Go Now," "Spirits of Ancient Egypt." Woo-hoo! And now we're going to do a tune from 1976. This was a highlight of the Wings Over America tour, and definitely the standout tune of the career for Denny Laine in Wings, because he didn't co-write this song, he wrote this song, and it is a great song. You got to hear it. Of course, I always say this with the band, horn section, the guitar leads.
The whole
It's a song. It's called "Time to Hide," and there are a lot of riffs that you're not going to hear today, but they are in the song if you listen to the
And they're really
recording.
good.
Yes, I am limited in my riffing, but here we go. "Time to Hide." Time to pull the card. And again, if you haven't noticed, I'm just doing a quick. That's from London Town. That's from Wings Over America. There's a picture from Linda. Did you show this?
Oh no, I didn't get a chance to.
Just a nice little picture
That's
of Linda
one of
we
my
had up there
favorites. I got that
with the
at Beagle
koala
Fest.
bear.
She loves animals.
Just little
It was
things.
really nice.
Little
And,
things we got all
and
over.
this is when Ed sang about children, children, and a magic little waterfall. And we thought of Denny, and we actually sang the song right next to this special magical place in Ireland.
Yeah.
This was the best day that I had in Ireland. It was so magical. We walked a fairy trail
covering the,
forest, and we came up to this beautiful waterfall, and we sang Denny's song. It was
It was
like,
great.
and,
That's
and
children,
it just
children
was the
right
best
there.
memory ever. I love that.
I love that too.
If I have to run, I'm not running out on you. If I have to shake a little sand out of my shoes, I'm running from the law, or they'll put me
remembered the joke that Steve Holley told his girlfriend at the time, who now is his wife, and it was just, he said this is the first joke that made her laugh that he told her, and they knew that they could be together because it was the same sense of humor. And it was that this is back in the days of skinheads. You remember, over in Britain more so. This is a British joke, I should tell you that in advance. So the skinheads back in the punk days. Okay, so one skinhead turns to the other, and one skinhead's wearing a hat, the other one's not wearing a hat. And he says, "What would you do if a bird shat on your head?" He goes, thought about it for a second, he goes, "Well, I guess I'd have to break up with her, wouldn't I?"
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's the joke. Anyways, I've got 2 more songs to do for you. One is the biggest success as a songwriter for our man Denny Laine, and this is the Mull of Kintyre. Oh my Lord, that song surprised the world except for the United States. Nobody bought it here.
I love that song.
I love it too. And we're going. By the way, I don't know if this trip is still going, but we had planned to go in May, and we were supposed to do. We're doing a week with a busload of people. And everyone had to get their deposits back because obviously everything got postponed. But we're going to try to do it again next April.
Or we'll push it back.
So please, if it's safe, let me just get the information out first. Then we'll see when we can do it. The trip is alleged to be to go to Liverpool for a couple of days and do that sightseeing, and then get on a bus and we're going up to the Mull of Kintyre. We're going to stay in Scotland for a couple of nights and stay in a castle, sleep in an actual castle that can convert it into a hotel. And then we're going to visit the Linda McCartney Memorial. We're going to see where Wings was born. We're going to play with the actual bagpipers from the Mull of Kintyre at the Mull of Kintyre. Yay. So it's going to be a big trip. Hopefully we can do it next April. And if not, we'll keep postponing it until we're allowed to travel again. And I think Europe's going to be open by then, but they're not going to want any of us over there.
That's true.
That's my thought about it.
We will do it when it's safe for everybody.
We'll do it when it's right. But right now, we're going to sing that song. We got 2 more, and then we're going to do the Wings' biggest song.
And don't forget, coming out Sunday.
Yeah, I did all this.
Oh, just.
I did this. Well, real quick then. Sunday, I'm playing live at KJ Farrell's in Belmore. From 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, it's a Beatles afternoon from 3 o'clock to 6, and you have to have reservations because tables are going to be distant. It's outdoors, under tents. KJFarrells@gmail.com is how you make your reservation. I'll see you on Monday, and the Monday's theme will be love. The word love or loving or lover or some form of the word love in the title. Has to be in the title. Give me your suggestions. I've already got a bunch ready. And then next Wednesday will be part 3 of who is Ed Ryan and why isn't he famous. We're going to find out more the reasons why. So, but right now, let's do the Mull of Kintyre, shall we? If you're playing bagpipes at home, I'm sorry, because I'm not in the key you've been playing. I'm in the key I've been singing. Oh, Mr. Rolling in from the sea, my desire is always to be here on Kintyre. Hard have I traveled, and much have I seen. Dark distant mountains, the valleys of green, past painted deserts, the sun sets on fire as it carries me home to the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, oh, just rolling from the sea. My desire is always to be here on Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, oh, Mr. Rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here on Mull of Kintyre. Sweep through the heather like deer in the glen. Carry me back to the days I knew then. Okay, one more quick story I wanted to tell before I do this last song. So when we met Denny again at those shows in Westbury, and we were hanging out afterwards, the show went very well, and like I said, I was on stage, I just couldn't, can't control myself. It's Denny Laine. So we're backstage having some Pabst Blue Ribbon. That's all they. If you see those photos,
He's
it's
a hero.
ridiculous that I'm
He's a
standing in
hero.
between two legendary wings, and they're both holding Pabst
That's all
Blue
they got.
Ribbon. It wasn't their fault. That's all that we had in the dressing room. But anyways, so we're telling stories, and I tell Denny this story about when I went to see Wings Over America in 1976, and I'll tell this really quick if I can. I was 14 years old, and I had a single ticket to myself. That's all I don't know who the people were around me. I knew they were at least in high school or older. I was 14. I was a fat, sweaty, greasy kid that nobody wanted to be around. So I'm sitting there by myself, going to watch this show of a lifetime for me. I'm out of my head with excitement. But before the show started, I noticed, because I've been to the Nassau Coliseum many times to see basketball games, I know that there's not usually a microphone dangling from that square thing in the middle. Somebody's recording this show. That's for audience. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a live concert. I didn't realize it was going to be the entire tour that they taped. I just thought in my 14-year-old head, this show only is going to be a live record. So I'm going to get on that record one way or another. Like in Elton John's song, Benny and the Jets, there's this whistle at the end. Everybody recognizes that whistle. If I was the guy in that crowd and I listened back to that show, I go, that's me! I would be so proud of that. So I'm going to have my Benny and the Jets whistle moment sometime during this show, because this is the only show they're recording. Obviously, it's all going to go onto record. So instead of whistling or yelling, I'm going to find my spot to do something to make myself know, a piece of noise you'd hear, but not a whistle or yell, because that could be anybody. So I'm going to yell my last name, Ryan. For some reason, I'm just going to yell, Ryan! And that's going to get on the album. You watch, my friend. And so the part I waited for, I found the perfect opportunity during Maybe I'm Amazed, because they stop a couple of times, and the audience doesn't start cheering yet. So there's like a second of silence before music kicks in or anyone cheers, that arpeggio thing. So right at that moment, I decided to yell, Ryan! And then I stood up and did it, and then sat down, and I could just feel, my whole body went warm. I could just feel everybody going, what's with this kid? Because I was just by myself and being quiet the entire concert. Except for screaming and yelling. But other than that, I didn't talk to anybody. And all of a sudden, Ryan! So I told that story to Denny Laine, just if you could tell him what a fan I was. And without missing a beat or blinking, he went, was that you?
That's funny.
And I thought, that's Denny in a nutshell right there. Charming man,
great
charming man,
sense of
great
humor.
sense of humor. All right,
Love
thank you
that.
very much for joining us today. I hope you learned a lot about music that maybe you didn't know about before, and you'll look into these songs that
I
I've been
hope you
singing.
definitely do that.
They're really worthwhile, and I want to thank Steve Holley for being such a gracious gentleman and appearing today and answering a few questions, and for his friendship. And I want to thank Denny Laine
And
for all these songs and for being nice to me when the few times we did meet, because I know I'm a pain in the ass, but I can be.
With
I'm overly excited.
Yes,
It's my problem.
he's excited
But,
with
but thank you for being so gracious, Denny, if you're out there. And thank you for the music and the love.
Elizabeth, we loved meeting you as well.
She's a
We
sweetheart.
really appreciated all your kindness. When
I
we
never
got to
felt
be
so
with you.
special that we went to see a thing in Bayshore where Denny and Steve and a couple of the folks were doing a benefit.
yeah,
It was
that
a benefit
was a lovely time.
Sunday afternoon thing for a church, I believe. But it was at the Bolton Center,
Yeah.
and it was in the afternoon, and we were parking. And we got out of the car to go, we were early, go get our seats or whatever. It was an afternoon show. And from the side of the building, Denny Laine came down with his girlfriend Elizabeth, and they're walking, and I'm crossing, I say to her, I go, I think that's Denny over there. And then I see Elizabeth go, is that Ed Ryan? And I went, oh my God.
His life
They-
is complete.
They know
They
me.
know him.
Oh my
He was
God.
very excited.
So it was a great show
That
again.
is-
It's always a great show.
You know,
Go see
so-
Denny Laine
so
when you
it's
can.
the little things that can make people
I know he's
happy.
playing again in January in Florida. So if you happen to be, I know we have people in Florida watching right now. Definitely check out this show.
And
in
one more,
January. 6 o'clock. Let's
one more
end this.
toast to our
Oh, okay.
frontline workers and everyone out there.
Yes,
Helping
everybody
keeping
continue to
everybody
stay safe.
Safe
Thank you for
and
joining me
healthy.
again.
Thank you.
One more song, please join with me. It's the biggest song. from the
let's
biggest
get our
album.
dancing
Again,
shoes on.
this is from an album that was basically made by two people, Paul McCartney and Denny Laine. I'm sure Linda had some input and she sang a little and played keyboards, but for the most part, this is a two-man album and it's called Band on the Run. I don't know if it gets any better than that. All right.
Band on the run.
forgot to say thank you very much. I'm sorry that this last time. Sorry. I held this up
No
before.
rush.
I always hold this up once, and then I forgot to say thank you
Yes.
to the people who used it last time. We did an Ed Ryan show 2 days ago. I'm so sorry, in case you can't see it.
And that's
I
our
want to
email.
thank. Oh, Susanna Nelson Zambito, I'm so sorry to not thank you earlier. Ellen and George Osek, thank you as always. John Hart, thank you so much. Mike and Stacy Goodman, we love you guys.
Glad you were
Sorry I haven't
watching
seen you in a
today,
while.
guys. We
Barbara
love you.
Martin,
Miss you.
thank you again always for your
Glad
friendship
you were watching too.
and cookies. And Janine Bartel, who bought a CD. Thank you, Janine.
Yes, thank
We
you.
appreciate
Thank you so
that.
much.
Thank you so
Janine.
much.
I'm glad you found how to do it and bought it.
Again, thank you, Denny
Really
Laine.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Steve Holly. Thank you out there for watching, keeping us company every week. This is our 62nd show.
62.
And Monday's show will have the word love in every title.
Love.
Next Wednesday's show will be more original songs of mine and stories. And we'll see what happens next Friday. But from now until then, I want to thank all the members of Wings. I want to
Yes.
thank Denny Sewell. I want to thank Jeff Britton. I want to thank Linda McCartney. I want to thank Henry McCullough, Jimmy McCullough. I want to thank, who am I missing? There's somebody else, a drummer in there that I'm missing.
You said
Oh, Joe
Steve
English.
Holly.
Joe
Yeah,
English,
Joe
of
English.
course. And then Lawrence Juber. And, of course, Steve Holly.
Steve
And most of
Holly.
all, thank you, Denny Laine.
Yes,
And,
thank
hey,
you for your beautiful music. Thank all
Yeah.
of Wings for your beautiful, beautiful
it could not have
music.
been Wings without a group effort.
Yes, and we love all of you, and we really treasure these songs.
One
They're
day
very
Wings will be in
special
the
to us.
Hall of Fame, but we'll
So
see.
thank you for letting me
But not
share
before the
with you
monkeys. The
today.
monkeys need it too.
Right, baby?
That's right.
And
Thank
hopefully,
you. We'll see you on
if
Monday.
you guys want to try to come out and visit
Oh
us
yeah,
on
maybe
Sunday,
we'll see you Sunday.
maybe we'll get to see you
We'll see-
Sunday
we'll see
at
Sunday.
KJ Farrell's
That'd be
at
great.
3 o'clock. Make sure you make your reservations. KJFarrells.com.
No, at kjfarrells@gmail.com.
There you go. Mwah. Love you guys. Thank you again. We're very grateful. God bless us, everyone.